Good day everyone, my name is Teacher Gab, and for our BLEPT review topic for this day is all about literary criticism. For our instructions, read each item carefully and choose the best answer from the given choices. For question number 1, which of the following best describes reader response criticism? Letter A emphasizes the interrelationships between elements. Letter B, it engages solely with what the author has put on a page. Letter C, it forces readers to evaluate a work of literature's artistic value by looking at its formal components, such as language and technical proficiency. And letter D, reader response criticism is rooted in the belief that a reader's reaction to or interpretation of a text is as valuable a source of critical study as the text itself. Correct answer is letter D. Basically, reader response criticism is exactly what it sounds like, criticism based on the reader response to the text. So now let's discuss the letter A. Letter A is the structuralist criticism. And letter B, it is part of new criticism. And letter C is formalism. For question number 2, which of the following best describes practical criticism? Letter A, a close reading method that stays away from personal and historical background. Letter B, a method wherein the text political context is the main emphasis. Letter C, an approach that analyzes literature through the lens of environmental issues. Or letter D, a study of how readers personally respond to a text. The correct answer is letter B, a method wherein the text political context is the main emphasis. Emphasizes reading and interpreting the text itself, its language, structure, and imagery without considering outside influences like the author's life or the time period. Okay, for letter A, this describes Marxist criticism. For letter C, this is eco-criticism, which deals with nature and environmental themes in literature. And for letter D, this is reader response criticism. For question number 3, which types of literary criticism are predicated on the idea that literature serves a particular moral or ethical purpose in society? Letter A, critical race theory. Letter B, deconstruction. Letter C, moral philosophical criticism. And letter D, sociological criticism. The correct answer is letter C, moral philosophical criticism. For rationalization, for letter A, critical race theory understands a text through the intersectional dimensions of race and culture. Letter B, deconstruction. Deconstructionists analyze a text, concept, or arguments in search of inconsistencies that prevent a single interpretation. For our correct answer, letter C, moral philosophical criticism serves a particular moral or ethical purpose in society. For letter D, sociological criticism considers the political and social viewpoint of the author or characters within the text. For question number 4, what does feminist literary criticism primarily seek to explore? Letter A, gender roles, female, representation, and patriarchal structures in literature. Letter B, the examination of literature along the lines of class relations and socialist ideals. Letter C, the formal structure of novels. And letter D, the use of symbolism within a text. The correct answer is letter A, the gender roles, female, representation, and patriarchal structures in literature. For our rationalizations, the examination of literature along the lines of class relations and socialist ideals is formalism. For letter C, the formal structure of novels is Marxist theory. And for letter D, the use of symbolism within a text is symbolism. Question number 5. Which types of literary criticism primarily focus on power, class, struggle, and ideology? Letter A, deconstruction. Letter B, feminist criticism. Letter C, formalist criticism. And letter D, Marxist theory. The correct answer is letter D. Marxist theory analyzes literature through class dynamics and socio-economic forces. For our rationalization, deconstruction suggests that meanings are unstable, contradictory, and open to multiple interpretations. For letter B, feminist criticism focuses on gender and patriarchal structures. Formalist criticism concerned with literary form and devices, not social issues. Question number 6. Who is considered the father of psychoanalytic literary criticism? Letter A, Jacques Derrida. Letter B, Karl Marx. Letter C, Michel Foucault. Or letter D, Sigmund Freud. The correct answer is letter D. Sigmund Freud applied psychoanalysis to literature, emphasizing unconscious motives. For our rationalization, Jacques Derrida is the one who developed the philosophy of deconstruction. Karl Marx founded Marxist theory, and Michel Foucault, best known for his theory of knowledge and power. Question number 7. Which types of literary criticism, commonly known as traditional criticism, use an author's life to gain a deeper understanding and analysis of a work? Letter A, historical biographical criticism. Letter B, moral philosophical criticism. Letter C, new criticism. And letter D, sociological criticism. The correct answer is letter A, historical biographical criticism. For our rationalization, moral philosophical criticism, it is usually composed within the framework of a major style of thought and evaluates works according to their ethical value. For new criticism, it ignores social context, focusing on the text alone. And for letter D, sociological criticism is the political and social viewpoint of the author or characters within the text. Question number 8. In psychoanalytic criticism, what is the id? Letter A, the conscious rational self. Letter B, the moral conscience. Letter C, the self-criticism. And letter D, the unconscious drive. The correct answer is letter D. The unconscious drive operates on pleasure and desire. For our rationalization, letter A, the conscious rational self is ego. The moral conscience is superego. And the self-criticism is also superego. Question number 9. What is the goal of literary criticism? Letter A, count how many pages are in a book. Letter B, explain or analyze literature. Letter C, rewrite the stories. And letter D, tell jokes about books. The correct answer is letter B. Explain or analyze literature helps us understand and interpret text. For our rationalization, letter A, pages numbers are not the focus. For letter C, critics don't rewrite stories. Letter D, tell jokes about books is not the purpose of criticism. For our last number, question number 10. Which of the following is not a characteristic of deconstruction criticism? Letter A, a critical approach that challenges traditional notions of language, meaning, and truth. Letter B, it analyzes text by identifying binary oppositions such as good and evil. Letter C, it focuses on the gap between what the text appears to say and what it actually implies. And letter D, it explores patterns rather than focusing on the individual author's intent. The correct answer is letter D. It is not a characteristic of deconstruction criticism because it belongs to structuralism. Thank you for listening to our short review.